Hello, friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
After a 100-mile journey, including a swim, missing Golden Retriever Mix is finally back home. Written by Hallie Wells, read by Julie Provost. What a journey it's been for one missing and very much loved Golden Retriever Mix. From Qatar to the United Kingdom, on land and at sea, this 5-year-old pup has covered a lot of ground recently. According to The Guardian, the determined doggie, Amber, was first rescued from the streets of Qatar by a charity that placed her in a foster home in the small village of Brumshaw. Brumshaw is located in the New Forest, which is one of the largest remaining tracts of unenclosed pasture land, heathland, and forest in southern England. The New Forest includes portions of Hampshire and Wiltshire. However, without giving her new digs a proper chance, Amber left her foster home and embarked on another adventure. Amber's foster mother had no idea how she escaped since there is deer fencing around the home. Nonetheless, Amber took off and headed to strange and new places. After Amber went missing, people began to seeing her in the New Forest National Park. To pinpoint her location, food stations and cameras were set up, but Amber would not be captured, even though she had been spotted over 60 times. Amber walked across the forest to the coast before finding her way to the Sandbanks community of Polil. The rugged and rogue rescue dog then paddled a mile across the Pearl Harbor to Brownsea Island. Once on dry land again, a kind resident put food out for Amber. The pup lingered on the island for 4 days before attempting to swim back to the mainland. Then, when Amber was struggling in the water, she was finally rescued and returned. Crewmate Ethan Grant told The Guardian, "You could see that she was struggling." KS Angels Rescue is run by Sam Collins and his wife Kelly Parker, and they were responsible for bringing Amber to the UK. Kelly stated that Amber had entered into a wild mindset before being rescued. She said, "It's been frustrating. We felt like we were always behind her. It's definitely been an experience I would rather not have again, but a happy ending." Sam shared that Amber has traveled over 100 miles in the first 32 days that she was missing. Sam went on to tell the Times that since the 36-day ordeal, exhausting for both Amber and the searchers trying to bring her home, Amber has been settling back into her foster home and has been given a clean bill of health from the vet. Amber will be available for adoption when she's settled. She's lost a lot of weight, so she's having lots to eat and getting lots of love. She gives no thought to the way of life. Her paths wander aimlessly, but she does not know it. Proverbs 5:6.
Did you know that the Salvation Army produces podcasts in both English and Spanish? One of those shows, Heartbeat, is a 1-minute show about real life. This show comes out twice a week and touches on topics that affect everyday Christians, from finances and prayer life to dating, marriage, and mental health. Here's a clip from our latest episode.
The list goes on and on. It can be challenging to take a break from all the noise. And when you do stop, you get anxious, worrying you're going to miss something. What would your day look like if you intentionally took a break and unplugged? Instead of endless scrolling on your phone or tablet, you put it down and you take the time to settle into the peace of God's presence. Share what's on your heart and listen for what's on His. You may be surprised in what you hear.
Listen to the Salvation Army's Heartbeat wherever you get your podcasts or visit salvationarmysoundcast.org.
Four-year-old called a hero after teacher collapses at daycare, and she knows exactly what to do. Written by Michaela Gordoni, read by Julie Provost. It was no ordinary day at daycare when a little girl, Kyndal Bradley, noticed something was wrong with her teacher and ran to tell another adult. Thanks to the 4-year-old's quick actions, she saved her teacher, who was having difficulty breathing. "I was met at the door by actually a couple teachers," said Kyndal's mom, Taylor Moore. "They were like, 'She's our hero for the day,' and I'm kind of looking like, 'What happened?' The teacher had a seizure and stopped breathing twice and went to the hospital with paramedics. The emergency respondents were certain that Kyndal's quick thinking made all the difference. I told the teacher, I said to the other teacher, she was sick, Kyndal said. If she hadn't been gone and got the assistance, this story could have gone a totally different way, Taylor said. So I'm very proud of her." Taylor had been teaching Kyndal her number, and home address, but responding in an emergency situation like this wasn't something that she taught her, so she was surprised. I never thought to introduce what to do if an emergency arises, so it was a shock to me to see that she knew exactly what to do in a situation like that, Taylor said. They're little, but they may be our savior, so they definitely need to know how to react. She added that Kyndal is always looking out for others and has a very nurturing personality. The teacher's current health status is unknown, but she's been discharged from the hospital and is recovering at home. Knowing her teacher was watching from home, Kyndal gave her a message in her news interview. "Love you," Kyndal told her. Kyndal's mom has a right to be proud. What a smart and caring young girl.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.
Do you want to better understand the Bible and give biblical answers to those who ask you about your faith? Hi, this is Perseus Poku, host of the Sound Reasoning Podcast Show. Listen to us weekly as we bring the truth often found in the ivory towers of seminary down to the steeple towers of local church. Join me along with many of the nation's top theologians as we offer answers to life-tough questions from an apologetic perspective. Subscribe to the show at lifeaudio.com.